Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Hey, Tech, how'd your stream go today? I didn't see even a minute of it. I was at a disco all afternoon. If it sounds like my life is repeating, you're not wrong. I was at a disco this time last year, almost exactly. But, back to 12 a.m. streams? Well, happy tomorrow then to you there, Blake. I mean, to Dark Reaper. I'm also tired. Streams do that to me. No, not streams. Discos. Standing all afternoon as a DJ. DJing tires me out. That's what it is. Not great. The floppy drive failed again. No, not the floppy drive. Do you know what went wrong? Or have a theory at least? We're 49% of the way through this significantly harder version of Spyro. Hey Nate, how'd your day go? As I was just saying, I just got home from DJing a disco, so I have no Magic Band progress to report today. None. I was very lame. Part of me wanted to do something on stream with it today. That was just my headphones going out, right? That wasn't the microphone going stereo. Okay, so we were last looking for gems, I think, and we needed like 50 of them. Is my audio doing something funny, or it's got to be my headphones? My headphones came with me, and I'm guessing the wire is fixed itself before and failed just as mysteriously again now. I don't like those type of failures. I've got that going on with my car stereo at the moment, where it turns on for like anywhere from 10 seconds to probably 3 or 4 minutes, and then it shuts off, but it continues to partially function the whole time, which makes it even more interesting. So, but if I've been too lazy to do Magic Band, I'm certainly too lazy to take my car stereo out and try to repair it. Didn't get much done today either, but I got some stuff done last night. I'm getting closer to understanding the bit patterns for the broadcast codes. Nice. Like, you figured out things other than the color portions? Oh! I hope I don't have you doing... Hold on a sec. Hold on. Because now I'm wondering if you're redoing a lot of work that you don't need to do. We're going to go to the screen just for a minute. I mean, you're probably still enjoying it either way, but... Where's the Bluetooth stuff? Disney... Bluetooth... That one. Is this... Did I get like 06? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna send you some code real quick. You probably... Documentation is part of the problem. You're trying to understand timing. Timing is something that I did not figure out. So if you have figured out like some of these other variables, let me know if this would be useful for you though. If I open up this one, dress receiver. So again, it's really junky code. My headphones are driving me nuts right now. Hold on a second. They're being all part stereo, not part stereo. So, if I jump down to... I don't think you have this code, and I could certainly send it to you, but we've got the different leading codes here, so 05, 06, 08, 09, OB, OC. I don't know, like anything that's in between here that doesn't exist is because I haven't come across it yet. But That is it. Nothing sounds funny about my audio, right? Like you guys aren't hearing it. It is just my headphones being stupid, right? Also, hi, Cass. We'll be back to Spyro here in just a second. Like right there. Did you hear that cut out and go left? Okay, it's just my headphones then, and I can ignore it until I get my headphones sorted back out. This probably isn't as like E906, yeah. So, but most of these I have like in some way that makes sense. So like E906 is the palette color function, so it's loading in palette colors. Actually, I think it's the 2-color palette function. I don't have everything labeled all that well. And then like it's using 6-bit color for the E908, right? Like I've got something that does some form of representation for each of those functions. It's not necessarily a perfect representation of each of those functions, like down to the every little param does exactly what it's supposed to be. I'm relaying some Magic Band information to Nate, and then I'll go back to Spyro. It's 2 palette color, yeah. So, and like there may be some palette color adjustments that have been made to this that haven't been made. So I'll if you think this would be helpful for what you're doing, I can send this to you now, or I can send it to you after stream if you don't think you want it right now. But like this is just this. So this is the code that I run on my daughter's dress, and it does a pretty dang good job in the park of matching. So, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll send this over afterwards, and or put it in GitHub afterwards and send you that, depending on which road I go down. But yeah, a lot of it isn't documented in the wiki. Because again, I tend to be lazy. Okay, let's see if that works. I've reconnected my audio cable, so hopefully I'm not going crazy here. Let's move this back over here so I can see it in 2 spots. Okay. So, but yeah, there are some timing bits. The other thing is, unlike the infrared codes, and I don't know how much you've looked at Disney's infrared codes, they don't seem to have as tight a timing system, which I don't fully understand. I do think there's some timing in it, but yeah, if you've figured it out, if you figured out something regarding timing, I would love to know what you figured out, because that is like any of the values that I didn't know what they did, I would love to know, because that would help me make the dress. That's not the right button for fire. Better than it already is. How about you, Rainbow? What's new with you on this Sunday? Is it snowing where you are? We've got like 2 inches in the last hour.
Thanks for helping us fight off the lizard.
Like it just came out of nowhere. We were having 60-degree days, and now we're back to 2 inches of snow on the ground. Weird. I'm sure it'll be gone by morning. Well, maybe not morning, but by the end of the week. Do. So, part of that, and well, so part of it is broadcast codes aren't reliable. There's like 6 frequencies, if I remember correctly. I'm probably wrong on this, but I think it's like 6 that the Bluetooth can transmit on. And so the Magic Bands are scanning all of those, but
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop drop of gems. I've tried hitting him with rocks, but they're too... Nice shooting.
Oh, we gotta go one lizard at a time. Sorry, brain is not able to multitask here. Oh yeah, so one of the things that the park does to kind of overcome that is they are sending the signal across all 6 bands. Like somehow they have it, I think they have radios that are set up to be locked into certain frequencies, and they are putting it out. The on time to off time can be upwards of plus or minus 200 milliseconds. Yes, and that's what I'm. So again, the scanning. It's if you're on the same frequency as the magic band when it sends the broadcast, it should be almost instantaneous. If you're not, there's going to be a delay until it hears it. Which, if you saw in my wand code, it actually retransmits the broadcast message like 6 times to try to compensate for some of that. But like I said, Disney has an advantage because they're literally transmitting across all of the frequencies at the same time with multiple transmitters. So like if you listen to the logs in the parks, anytime they're sending a code, it's coming from like 4 or 5, like, well, it's more than 4 or 5, but like within the short distance, it's 4 or 5 different transmitters that are locked in on a certain subset of the Bluetooth side of things. So yeah, it's a, that's the wrong button. It's a tough thing to reproduce at home, without having some really funky transmission stuff. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to spit a rock at him.
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to...
It doesn't catch the on time immediately. I just mean, like, if I transmit a code that says turn red for 20 seconds, it might turn on for 21 seconds or 19 seconds. Yeah, if you figured out how to declare the timing, yeah, that part I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been able to figure out the timings of things, but that wouldn't surprise me either if like the band slows down and speeds up a little bit. That is curious. I don't think that was the right way. Oh, I didn't see where the mouse went. Where'd you go, mouse boy?
Great! The superfly power...
I want to do that. So it's not paying attention. Oh, there. He's over here somewhere. Go up here, maybe? Ah, there we are.
You can pick up a rock... To aim a rock...
I don't need to talk to you. I want to aim. There we go. Okay, where are you going next, mouse boy? Let's follow you this time. I'm just out of curiosity, if you have actually isolated some of the timing stuff, have you found that it's not linear? That it's powers of 2? I was just curious, because that was something that I thought I was experiencing but I never actually got it precise enough that I was happy with it. Nice. Do. Non-continuous bits impact the timing. Interesting. That's very curious. Like, are they mixed in with the bits for the color? Like the extra 2 bits on each color? Although it's palette color, so never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's see, what else do we have going on today? Anybody else got any cool things going on? What other games are people playing? You got a new Pokemon pack, Cassandra? Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore that earlier. Get any cool cards? Do. Like the fade time is a random 2 bits in the middle of the byte for timing. Interesting.
Hey, great! You've got the Superfly power-up active! Now...
Activated. Bring on the Megazord.
Let me light the lamp, Spyro. For a while, I was afraid we were...
Okay, I think that's all the orbs in this level. Yeah, there are a lot of things about those broadcast messages that, at least on the surface, seems odd. I mean, it definitely, looking at it in the binary, tended to make things like figuring out all the colors and stuff, and figuring out that they were mixing between palette and 6-bit color. And like the 6-bit color is really weird to look at unless you're looking at the binary. Because if it spaces off by 1, now you're looking at a different 6 bits, right? So if you're looking at it in hex, the values don't necessarily line up. But my guess is they were trying to be as efficient as they can with the space, because technically speaking, broadcast codes are only supposed to be like 37 bits or bytes long or something like that. Technically, Disney's breaking that for some of them, but... Okay, we're gonna run through here again. Got all the thingies. I don't know if we need to 100% it. We're 5 away. We're gonna 100% it. You're only 5 away. You might as well, right? Yeah, there's also some bits on some of the codes, and I don't have this documented either, and the dress doesn't do anything with it, but some of the bits are vibration codes, which I'm just gonna add this note. Vibration codes don't do anything if you shut the vibration off. So just make sure you have that on if you're testing it. What am I not seeing? So must be out the other side of the cave. Go try that. Still that way. Oh, it's that right there. How do we get that? Oh, right here. Do. Well, this jump isn't that hard. That was too soon on the hover. What am I? Maybe I should just break it and see if it'll fall on me. Making this harder than it needs to be. Okay. That was at least partially right. Gosh. There we go. 100%. Now we can leave and go find another level to play. We all counting down the days to Switch pre-orders and the Switch 2 Wednesday announcement? I think it's Wednesday, or is it Tuesday? April 2nd, right? Do. I have a feeling I'm not going to get a pre-order. Like they're going to sell out immediately. But it isn't Christmas, so maybe there's a chance. If I don't get one on pre-order, though, I wonder if I'll do like the midnight thing. Go sit at Walmart at midnight. It's been a while since we've had a console launch. And I didn't pre-order the last Switch. Or get it on launch day, even. The forest has some, so where we are now. Done. Hurricos. I don't remember Hurricos. Does he have a mission for me? Oh, it looks like I already did it, though. Yep. Colossus. Let's go back through the water. Is this game on Switch? Yes, that is what I'm currently playing it on. All three are in a trilogy for the Switch. What is this? Sunny Beach and Hurry Coast are right there. So what's Sunny Beach look like? Nothing found there. Let's go there first, because it sounds sunny. I never played these games on PlayStation. There's very, very few games that I have ever played on PlayStation. I'm just gonna say it this way. I'm a Nintendo fanboy. I own all the Nintendo systems that were released in North America. And I don't own any of the other systems. No Xboxes, no PlayStations, no Segas. I have a PlayStation 4 in my house, but it's technically Ninja Weasel's. Someday I need to give it back to him. We're kind of waiting on Dreams, or for Cheese Nips Rescue 3. But he's got a PlayStation 5, so he's happy.
Hi, Spryo.
I think. Maybe I should ask him. Be like, do I need to drive this over to you? Is that a chest I can open? Do not know. Ow. Doo-doo-doo. Another one of these chests. Do. Thought about going to a movie yesterday. I didn't. I was thinking about going to a movie again today. Oh, that was a nice little glitch. I haven't been to a movie in such a long time. I was thinking I might go see Captain America, Brave New World. We have all these like free movie certificates that we've gotten from various things over the last 2 years. They never expire, which I guess is nice, but we also never go, which begs the question when they're going to get used. Sooner or later we'll find out how to open these chests. Oh, there's our gem guy.
Hello, young one.
Okay, what can I do for you, Turtle Chef?
Make a very good soup if I can catch them. You can try to save them if you like, but I'm feeling awfully hungry.
Keep the turtles out of the cauldron. I don't know why he's going to award me. He Seems more effective to send them sideways. I don't entirely see the point of this game, but the turtles want to be in the pot so badly. Why don't I just let them be? Maybe I'm supposed to send them somewhere else. Go that way. Yeah, we'll send them all to freedom. And they just really don't want to live.
So you saved a few turtles. There are more where those came from. Here.
Take this orb and go away. Okay. That's one. Let's do it again.
If you step any closer to the pot, I'll start ringing my bell again.
Oh, this is insane. No, there's a fifth one? Just get in the other water! Well, I lose. Oh, okay, let's do it again. You shall not come back. No, I knew there was one back there. Had to be a harder mode, didn't there? What? He didn't get in the water. Can I bump these guys? Oh my gosh! Infinitely easier. Oh, that's way easier. Methodology matters. Hey, that wasn't so bad.
You saved every turtle on the beach. Here.
You don't eat potatoes if you can't have soup. Okay, 2 gems. More progress. We're almost at 25. Maybe we only needed 25. I know one of them needed 50, but maybe we only need 25 to unlock the next area. I don't remember. Okay, turtle soup 1 and 2. So there's one more somewhere in here. Pretty sure it's gonna have something to do with these chests at some point. What if I run into you? Eh, not all that interesting. Da-da-da. I want to go to Disney. I know I just got back, but I want to go to Disney. Nate, when you worked for them, were you in Orlando? Yep, nice. I suppose that would make sense because you were doing ride repair. Doesn't make sense to do ride repair not there.
The baby turtles will...
Gotta use my brain. The office building's behind Magic Kingdom. Cool. I don't want to do that quest right there. Feel like I want to ask questions about how much time you spent hanging out in the utilidors, you know, strange things like that, but how often did you go to the parks? Actually, spent a lot of time in the parks for work when the parks are closed. Nice. Except you don't get to ride the rides when the parks are closed. Well, I suppose maybe there were some situations where you got to ride them. Test them. That's really cool, though. Yeah, the Disney trap, right? Where you work on Disney, you know, 5 days a week, probably longer than you want to,
Workers have captured most.
and then you go and you spend all the money you made in the park. It's a circle, a vicious circle. Really want to rescue the turtles. I gotta figure out how these things work, or who's tied to them. Maybe this does the trick? Let's find out. Okay. Is there a... Okay, so it says 1 out of 7. Just gotta find them all. Can I aim? Another one right there. There was a bit of time when I was working for 2 different groups at the same time. Ended up switching. So I could work in the office during office hours, go to sleep until the park closed. Went and worked on the rides in the parks at night, then went back and slept. See, that's the crazy stuff that Disney makes you do. Make isn't maybe the right word, but... Do. 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 Okay, so now there's another door right here that needs another turtle. Let's do this one. Maybe the same turtle. Okay, Mr. Turtle, we need you over there now. Yeah, that's cool. Was it college program? Or was it an internship, or was it something else? Oh wait, can I not take that one? I gotta find another one? Who's supposed to stand on this one? Oh, maybe I need to stand on it. Okay. That water I can jump in? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. There were at least 2 underwater. Not there. Let's go find them first. Oh, there's one. Do. Okay, we know about the one right there. Oh, wait. Did we know about that one already? Yes. Yes, we did. Mm-hmm. Dive. Why is Spyro... Oh, because I'm not in the right spot? Because I gotta be there. Professional insurer. Basically, any job that relates to your college degree is considered PI. If it's more of an operations role, it fell under DCP. Okay. Were there any really old professional interns? Any 60-year-old professional interns? Asking for a friend, you know? Okay, we got one more to find, and I think it is up. I have a theory. Hey, we got the last gem. Got it before we got this silly thing. Oh, I went the wrong way. This way. We climb here. We dive into the water. No, it's not this way. Where's the other water hole? It's over here. Yeah. Okay, let's check in here. Yeah, I think it's like... It's right there. Okay. So we gotta... run quickly. So over. There weren't people in their 60s, but there was one or two people. Huh. Good to know. Leaves the door open for me. Get in the water, Spyro. Oh, what? What? It hit a bad guy that was in the way and killed it. Oh, silly bad guy. I don't know. I don't know what my... I know what my ideal job would be. Well, not exactly. I know what I think my ideal job would be like if I were to go work at Disney today. But I don't know what it would be when I retire.
Most impressive. Please take this sacred thing.
Like, maybe I want to be a ticket taker. It's a lot of standing in one spot probably, but I get to greet everybody and put smiles on people's faces. Or maybe I want to be a sound booth tech and help run the Frozen show so I can hear what jokes they come up with every week. Doesn't sound very technical. But it would be a nice way to relax on a, Friday afternoon. Okay, where's the exit to this place? Return home. Ooh. You want to be a Dapper Dan or Voices of Liberty? Interesting. I don't have, at least at present, I don't have the skill set for either of those things. My musical knowledge for piano would not get me anywhere close enough to improving the way that they improv at the, and singing. Well, yeah, definitely not my wheelhouse. I'm trying to think, what other jobs would be fun? I don't think I'd want to run a ride. I could do, except I think this is pretty much all college kids, but I could do river cruise captain. I'd be down for that. Something where I could constantly work on new jokes. But I don't know that I'm funny enough. And it would be a lot to do that all day, every day for an extended period of time. Which brings me back to Greeter. Could not do ride operations because of people or because it doesn't pay well enough. Or something else. Ooh, river or ferry boat captain. I could maybe do ferry boat captain. That could be fun. Because of the people? Yeah. Guests be crazy. I know, I'm one of them.
We've always had trouble with the...
When the ride isn't moving fast enough. I don't know that I've ever gotten upset at a ride not moving fast enough. But I'm also, for as often as I go, I never get lightning lane. I never get any. I don't mind waiting in the lines. Gives me time to think. Daydream. Look at all the artwork and scenery. People watch. Oh no. We need to find us a butterfly. Do. What am I looking for? 2. There's 2 here somewhere. Do. Do my kids get tired of waiting in lines? More than I do, but I think I would say they've grown accustomed to it, and thanks to the modern invention of the cell phone, I don't know, my son just plays Pokemon in line the whole time. My daughter, I don't know what she does. But I haven't, when we were there last time around, I don't remember her. I don't remember anybody ever complaining, like, the entire trip, which is key to them being good. We're very big on not complaining. But the, I don't know, I guess this is the other thing that helps us. We go often enough now that we don't get in lines that are 45 minutes or like an hour long. We know to come back later or just not do it that day. Because there's nothing, well, at least on this last trip, there was nothing new between the trip when we were there before, and even then, it's been a while since there was anything new with a line that didn't have a virtual queue or something like that. But even waiting, we waited like, I think the longest line we waited in was Tiana's. And even that, and we were standing out in the sun for that one, and they didn't complain at all. But again, there were, 8 of us, and we were happy and telling stories, and I don't know. It's my favorite ride park. Well, let's start with park. That one's easy. For me, it's hands down Magic Kingdom. I can go to Magic Kingdom, walk around, and go home, not having ridden a single ride, and I would be happy. Like, I've both Magic Kingdom and Epcot, I have gone to and not ridden a single ride. And spent a significant amount of time in those parks. Actually, technically, have I ever gone to Hollywood and not ridden a ride? I don't know. Let me think about that. I know I've done Animal with no rides. I know I've done Epcot with no rides. I know I've done and I've done Epcot multiple times with no rides. But Magic Kingdom is, if I am there by myself and I just need to pick me up in the evening, I will go sit on Main Street and people watch and listen to the music and all of that. Like, that's, for lack of a better way of saying it, that's my happy place. As far as ride, that's far trickier. Favorite ride. It's It's a tough question. So, oh man. Like, even like putting it into like, oh. It's probably Splash Mountain, even with the redo. It's tough though. Like, my favorite ride will depend on the length of the line, right? I mean, Pirates is kind of my go-to ride. Like, I'm on Pirates. Pirates is something that I probably get on almost every single time I go to Magic Kingdom, because the line is never so long that I can't go on it, and I feel like I see something new on it every time. Small World falls into that category for me too, except for I don't go on it as often because I don't enjoy it quite as much. Assuming no lines, what would I go on first? It would, assuming no lines, it would probably be Splash. Guardian or Tron with no line. Tron's a little on the short side. No, I think it's gonna be Splash. At Epcot, it would no lines would be Frozen. With lines, it's probably the land at Christmas. Probably. At Hollywood, it's one of the two Star Wars rides with no lines for sure. One of the I'm not going to include Star Tours in that. I do enjoy Star Tours, but it's not on my list. But probably Rise of the Resistance would be up there. Tower of Terror, I could maybe. Rock and Roller Coaster, maybe. I don't know. I like all the rides. There's the only ride I actively, and actually I made a mistake. I meant to ride it on this last trip, and I completely forgot to. The only ride I actively avoid in Disney is Mission Space. And in fairness to Mission Space, I have never done green. Like I need to go back and ride it on green and see how I feel about it. Yeah, well, so I was Nate. I was putting Splash on top of everything because I mean, Rise would be right there too. Oh man, though, but I'll say it this way. Splash Mountain might be the only ride that I have ever ridden 4 or 5 times consecutively. I think I've done the People Mover like 3 or 4 times. But I think Splash still holds the record for me. And that was old Splash Mountain. And so ride-wise, it's the same ride, right? Like, so I enjoy the ride part of it. But oh man, and that was at night, because that's the only time that line's that short. It was probably 50 degrees out, and we just kept going. There was no line. Like, it was crazy. And we were soaked going home that night. Because you also don't dry off at night. That's the other problem with Splash Mountain at night. But it's a lot of fun. It was a good memory. What am I looking for? I'm looking for 2. Sorry, I'm talking so much Disney that I'm not even like. Ooh, there's something over there. So we got to get up there somehow. But I mean, Rise I enjoy quite a bit. I love Wookiee mode, just because it's so ridiculous. But the thing about Tiana's versus regular Splash Mountain, and this is one of the things that makes me a little bit sad. For me, one of the funnest things about Splash Mountain was singing. And I don't enjoy singing all that much, but I loved singing with my family on Splash Mountain, and doing Zippity Doo Dah at the end, and doing pretty good, sure as you're born. Pretty good, sure. I don't know what that song's called. I'll just call it Pretty Good, Sure as You're Born. Like, that was the blast for me. I don't know the Tiana's songs near as well, yet. And they're not as sing-alongable. How do I get up here? Maybe I'm not supposed to. Maybe I'm supposed to come at it from the... No, that's gotta be... Maybe I can jump from there to there? I don't think so, but... So yeah, that was always the thing for me. And yeah, so that was, yeah, for me, that was the loss. I I love the animatronics, I love the tech, I love all of those improvements. But I mean, if they had simply left Zippity Doodah as the last song, that probably would have been enough for me. To be honest. Like, it's the little things. Oh, maybe I can jump to there. I don't know. But then that doesn't look like a good way to get across. I don't know. Yeah, this isn't gonna get me where I need to go. Okay, let's try a different approach, because I'm obviously missing something. Do 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 do. Trying to think though, like what other rides are like must-dos for me. But yeah, like I said, there's nothing I don't do. Have you found that there are ways to have the Magic Band vibrate for every command code? No. In fact, if I remember correctly, most of the ones where I had success, I don't think I have a vibrate code for EO5. I'm trying to figure out, I'm looking at the one that I remember having the most success with the vibrations, I believe was the E09. E909. I believe. And it was one of the, if I remember correctly, it was one of the earlier bits. I don't know that I ever had EO5 vibrate. I don't recall it ever vibrating. But I was also not actively looking for it. I did a little bit, but not a whole lot. I'm like just stuck. Going backwards and forwards and... Well, I remember this one, but I don't think this matters to me. We did this one. That's why it's grayed out. There's definitely a way up there. Yeah, and if I remember correctly, like, even the patterns were, like, there were very few patterns you could pick on the one that I was able to trigger it on. Like, I don't know how you'd go. None of them seemed like there was a way to make a pattern, at least that I ever stumbled upon. Like, they're all pre-made patterns. A palette of patterns. Oh, I'm yawning. Not great. It's been a long day. So we gotta run fast at that button. How about you, Nate? Did you have a favorite ride?
Thank you, Spyro.
Something that, something that you enjoyed more than the others? It's fun getting to talk Disney. I like streams where I talk about Disney. Being the Disney addict that I am. Probably annoys everybody else, but too bad, it's my stream. Da-da-da. I don't know though. Over the years, and this is, it is so weird how it's become such a part of my life. So growing up, I went yearly. Not every year, but most years. My parents were lucky enough that, like, the one family thing we seemed to do every year was go to Disney in August. Right before school started, because both of my parents had full-time jobs. It was, you know, we always had something going on. That's not gonna be good for me. And so I got to do that pretty much until I was like 13 or 14, I think, and then sports and other things in life took priority. So it kind of eased off through, like, I think there was maybe one, I don't think I went on any trips after I turned 18 for sure. And then I got married. We went there for our honeymoon. And it was good to be back. And I like to tell this story because I love being right. My wife had never been to Disney World prior to marrying me. And she had been to one of the local theme parks that we have here. When she was like, I got to pick the honeymoon, was kind of how it worked out. And she was like so upset, and we got the first day, first day in the park of our honeymoon. We were driving there, and as we got to the ferry boat, and I did something to kind of mess with her a little bit. I kind of blocked her view as we were approaching the ferry, so that she couldn't see the castle. And I had my reasons. And we got to the boat wasn't there when we approached, and we got to the dock, and she starts crying, and she's like, "This is gonna be the worst honeymoon ever. I don't like theme parks. I can't believe you made me go to a theme park for our honeymoon." And like she's just already, like, she's not having a good time, and we're not even in the park yet, and she's crying. And we get on the ferry boat, and I get her calmed down or whatever. I'm like, "It's gonna be fine, don't worry." We get on the ferry boat, and I get her on the right side of the ferry boat. And so as we're coming around the island that has the wave generator next to it, and the castle comes into view, she sees it, and she starts crying again. And I'm like, "Why are you upset? What are you upset?" And she goes, "No, I'm not. That's amazing." Like, she's now crying at this castle, because it was so amazing to her, and suddenly everything was okay again. And she had a great trip, and then we went back 2 years later because it was our baby moon, if you want to call it that. And then we didn't go for a little while until the kids got old enough, and then we've been there. I mean, now we're APs, so we're there all the time. But I have a few at the top, hard to have favorites. I agree. Rise of the Resistance is up there for technical ability. I agree. Guardians of the Galaxy is up there for the best coasters out there and great music. Agree. Although Guardians for me is a maybe at most twice a day thing because I would get sick if I kept riding it. Flight of Passage holds the biggest place in your heart because I love that ride and then got to work on it a bunch. Nice. So Flight of Passage is probably my kids' favorite ride. They love both Flight of Passage and Soarin'. That's their go-to. I don't dislike them. They don't make me motion sick or anything like that. I enjoy them. I don't know. I just actually I know exactly what it is on both of those rides. Although Soarin' isn't as bad. It's more flight. I need to get myself a pair of prescription 3D glasses for Disney. Like, something where I can take these off and put my own 3D glasses on that are not the parks and have them, like, calibrated to my eyes. And because I lose the effect sometimes. I think Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is way overslept on, not literally, figuratively. I greatly enjoy Mickey's Runaway Railway. I enjoy that it's a different experience, whether you're, in the front, middle, back, second, middle, whatever. I am still not finding anything. I'm just not focused enough or something. My biggest problem, yeah, the spherical polarization ones, not so luck. But I could get my own Muppets ones. Although that won't matter anymore in a month and a half, sadly. Those are easy to find. And a lot of the rides kind of use that. As opposed to... But not the circle. You're 100% right with flight. But my biggest pet peeve with Mickey's Runaway Railway, and I have a little bit of a grudge, is that ride should have been added to the park. It should not have replaced the Great Movie Ride, in my opinion. The Great Movie Ride should have stayed. And in fact, if anything, the Great Movie Ride should have gone back to the way it was originally, where it had live action sequences. And maybe have been updated a little bit. Like, I would have been okay with updates too. And I do miss Catastrophe Canyon too, but rumor is I can go to Paris and see that at some point. For now. I don't have a clue. Can't find ways to get up. There's clearly a way to get elevated, and it probably has something to do with these fans. Maybe I gotta destroy that one, and that'll open up a jump point? Maybe. Let's try that. Do-do-do. Not that you're endorsing stealing. Yeah, that's... I mean, I've thought about every now and then... and I don't know how Disney would feel about this, but every now and then you come through those rides and you see a pair of broken ones on the ground or something like that. I've been tempted to take them. I've never done it though. Mostly because, again...
Spyro, do you see that big building over there? The gear grinders are used.
Glide over to the factory. Okay, well. I think we found what we needed to find on this one, finally. But I don't know. Right now, it's just not for lack of a better way of saying it. It's not high on my list, especially with Muppets going away. It made sense when Muppets, like, I thought about doing it for Muppets, but maybe with it's tough to be a bug.
Spryo, you have done well so far.
I don't know what kind of polarization that one has, though. I feel like it's the old school stuff.
The next glides get tricky. You'll have to use your hover maneuver to make them. Press the action button during a glide to hover and get extra height.
5 feet from the load area.
Remember to press...
There's all sorts of little details on that ride. And there's so many hidden Mickeys, too. Like, it's crazy. What did he say? Did he say something?
Remember to press the action.
We already... No, it's just a big, long jump. Do. But yeah, if they had just added it to the park, it would have been amazing in my mind. And they have so much space to some degree in that park, given that they've been tearing like they've been tearing the old, like, animation buildings out. But, I don't know. I only have, at this exact moment in time, I think I only have 2 bucket list items for Disney World. And both of them are going to be relatively difficult to do, and aren't likely to happen, well, ever. One is stay in Cinderella's castle. As I laugh at myself, even saying it's on my bucket list. The other one is be the family of the day isn't the terminology. The Grand Marshal. That one's a little bit more doable, but will take a whole lot of luck. No! Do I have to go all the way around again? Or is it going to reset me on my last jump? Don't make me go all the way around again. Silly game. This game does like to torture me, though. I don't even know where I am. It made me go all the way around. No fairies in the air, I guess. Cool if I, like, cheat my way over there. I am not military. Not at all. Do. Oh, there is a shortcut.
Next slides get. Remember to.
That helps. Especially when I'm that bad. Do. I was guessing you were going to say one of your dreams was to go into Club 33, though. That one less so. I wouldn't mind. I absolutely wouldn't mind getting in there at some point. I think though, for me, as weird. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing it, all that fun stuff. For me, though, I would actually want to be in Club 33, which, again, never going to be able to afford it unless I win the lottery or become famous or something. I mean, I've been lucky enough that I've gotten to go on VIP tours. Thanks to some friends. But, and I mean, maybe if I live down there someday, maybe I'll have a friend that's in Club 33 and they could take me to dinner there or something. But I don't know. It's kind of like the DVC lounges. Like, I have no, like, I don't really need to be in a DVC lounge either. Is this timing always the same? He says as he falls into the... I'd be more interested in, like, meeting the people there that are in Club 33. Although I'm guessing it's kind of a no-no to chat with people that are in there. What would you say your most favorite, like, thing you've done or seen or experienced is that you think I don't know about? Kind of a loaded question. Or that I haven't done. That might be a better way to say it.
The next glide, remember to press the...
That, and I want to add that guests can do. Oh, I missed that again. Because I like everything like these dresses and stuff. I'm at the point where I am more about bringing magic to the park or finding ways to make magic happen. So like, probably, and this is now 5 years ago now that I did this, but probably one of my favorite days that I had in the park was I did a 4 parks one day where I tried to see how many characters I could meet in one day. And I got to 50. And if I had done it on a party day, I think I could have gotten much further. But I don't know, just strange things like that. Things that people don't do that make your trip just a little bit different. Another thing on my bucket list that I haven't done yet, and I'm kind of saving it for a trip that may never happen, is I want to go fishing in the Seven Seas Lagoon, which that's not hard to do at all. Just go book an appointment, but I haven't done it yet, so it's on my list. Hey, we made it! And we got that too!
Spyro, help! The switch to turn off the gear grinder factory is...
He's afraid of the noise?
Thanks for shutting down the factory.
I'm also looking forward to the new Nintendo park. I'm hoping it's cool. Hey, we finished another level. Can I get out of here easily without having to jump back? Can I float my way back? Anybody else still lurking? Enjoying the random conversation me and Nate are having about Disney? And if so, what are you up to? Are you having a fun time? Are you wondering why I'm running around in circles? Oh, hi Rich and Cheesy. How's it going? I feel like I had something to tell you, and yet I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just an apology? I feel like I was aggressively mean in that penguin game that we've currently got going. This is not the exit. That's my fishes like that. I don't disagree. Yeah, everybody got surrounded early on or whatever. This isn't out of the ordinary per se, but have you been to see Yeehaw Bob at... I have not. At Port Orleans. I don't know that I've ever actually stopped at Port Orleans, but he's got a good family show? Okay. I'll put it on my list. I just did, not this last trip, but I think the trip or two before, I just did the, gosh, I can't even think, the food show at, Wilderness Lodge. Hoop-de-doo. Sorry, brain got there eventually. $8 p.m. to 12:30. It's just him and a piano and his voice. Nice. I need to find the exit. Unless I can just... Can I just... Cool. I don't know why I didn't do that first. Is it always the same person? Or do they have multiple Yeehaw Bobs? There was something else, though, I was going to tell Rich and Cheesy. I don't know what it was, though. It'll come to me later. I'm sure it had something to do with board games. I just don't know what. 20 years. Wow. Any show that survived Disney COVID, impressive. Anything that survived Disney COVID, impressive. Kind of. Arcs for a non-board game night? I don't know. Holland's attendance rate's been rather low lately. Percentage-wise. It's not a bad idea, though. So, Holland has another board game night on the Friday opposite our Friday. Is that true? And Mike goes to that one? I went the wrong way. Correct? So, putting it on the off Friday, unless we replace Mike, isn't really a great option. Although I don't know how JJ felt about the game. Place Mike with JJ? I feel like that would be mean. Assuming that Mike has been enjoying it as much as I infer he has been enjoying it. You do as well sometimes? Good to know. I don't know why it's good to know. I just... Do do do. Do do do. Guidebook. Man, we've like. So we got 28. So what if. What if we go back here? Can we open up something with 25 now? Do do do. Trying to think what other things are on my Disney bucket list that I haven't done. I have some silly things, but they're not anything to do with the park. They're about going to the park with certain people. My father-in-law is one. Rich and Cheesy's son is one. And Rich and Cheesy too, for that matter, but I think it'd be cool to get my godson and my son in Disney World before they turn into college kids. I have not done any Imagineer tour. I've done the Keys to the Kingdom tour, the one that gets me into the Utilidors, or got me into the Utilidors, and behind the scenes at Pirates, and yeah. I don't have any trips booked at this exact moment, but statistically speaking, my next trip is Father's Day. Statistically, I kind of have a routine, and I kind of want Father's Day to again be my next trip, but it will only happen.
Well, nobody said.
So we need 40. It'll only happen if the night parade is running by then. If the night parade hasn't started yet, I am going to push that trip until the night parade shows up.
Spyro. This touchy gate should.
Oh, we did get a new level. And then, so my routine, there'll generally be one trip sometime in the summer, typically on Father's Day. That one I normally, if it's the Father's Day one, it's just me and my dad, historically. At least the last 2 years. And then I will generally find a way to sneak down in September. And that one also tends to be just me. That one's a little bit more hit or miss, depending on how my job is going. And then I'm typically there Veterans Day weekend, trying to get filmed for the Disney Christmas stuff. Because why not? And then, and free concerts, you know. And then I try to get down, if I can, as well, in early December with my wife for the festival of the holidays at Epcot. That cow is powerful.
With all the budget cuts, these elevators need.
Possibly a trip in early December? Well, then we might, might cross paths then. You never know. But you can always tell when I'm there, because I still stream. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to... Maybe I should ask this guy about the elevators again. What about the elevators?
I always say there is no repair.
Oh, just head bash him? I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Let's go back this way.
This insurrection from the farms has got quite out of hand. We need someone to restore order. Find the inventor droid. She's been working on something big.
I wouldn't mind going on any of the tours again, though. Like, I feel They all depend a little bit on the tour guide, like who you get, and you learn something new every time. We just about... I really want to do the Seeds tour on the land at Christmas time. I keep forgetting about it and then not realizing it until 7 o'clock at night when I'm riding. Because during the holidays, I ride the land at night because Christmas lights look better in the dark. And then all the Seeds tours are done, or like I typically miss them. And just unfortunate. But that's a nice $35 tour. Nice and cheap. And you get free food. Not a lot of free food, but some free food. At least the last time I went on it. Okay, what am I?
I always say there is no...
Head bash the elevator to unstick it. Is this the elevator? I feel like I'm... Head bash the elevator to unstick it. I am visually not recognizing the elevator. Oh, head bash. That's this one. Oh my gosh. Different move. There's flying pigs. Laser cows. Cows with shields and lasers. I need a butterfly. I have a feeling I'm not going to see one. No! That looks electrified. Hey, a checkpoint. Do. Let's see, let's go this way first. Do. So I mentioned earlier that I was DJing a disco today, and had one of those moments where I realized that none of the kids in that room that were dancing had parents who were likely to have played the music. Which made me feel really old. I was impressed though at how many of the songs they did know. A lot of that music's 50 plus years old though now. Do. Oh, can we head bash the other ones too? Learn new things. Go ahead, do your laser thing. Wrong button. Poor pig. That guy was a little bit faster on the draw. Uh-oh. Now I'm hurt. I don't know if that guy's good or bad. No, he's good.
Ah, Spyro, I heard you were coming.
Do-do-do. Hey, a gem. And the exit? Nice.
It's a first for Avalar, a combination power-up. Thank goodness you're here to test it out. These invading sheep in their spaceships must be stopped.
I'm not a big fan of sheep either, so I understand. Flying sheep. Oh, are they shooting at me? That's not a sheep. Oh, he's got a gun that shoots backwards.
Excellent work.
Do. Found a difference between firmware versions. That's awesome. How did you get one of the other firmware versions?
Next wave of saucers is
I did notice, there was something I was going to mention about that too, but I didn't really think of it as being all that significant. My gray magic band, my new magic band, before I firmware updated it, there was something it wasn't responding to, but I don't remember what it was now. Wait, we get to do it again? How many things are in this level? It's way down there.
nice flying.
Do. So was the other? Yeah, I don't know that I've had a magic band. Although I guess I've been buying older magic bands, not newer ones. I don't know that I've had any that didn't have the firmware update. But you were able to get the old firmware off though, or did it have to go through multiple, or do you only have the one firmware? Oh yeah, makes sense. I think I captured that on one of them. I have to go back and look. Okay. I don't think we need to do that one again. I guess I'm being completionist here tonight. No! Sticks were made. Oh, I have a special power going on and I didn't even know it. I feel like this is the opposite direction I wanted to go. Okay, so if I was the last gem, where would I be? How many more gems are there? Wow, still a lot. Da, 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 da. There's at least one more gem somewhere. That was weird. Let's see what's up here. Oh! That's the start. Apparently you can't cut back to the start. See where we can get with flying over, running around. Ow. ceiling. Oh, and it took away my ability when I got out here. Go figure. If I was the last crystal, where would I be? Something up and behind. Oh, look at that, on the ladder. Hey!
As you can see, a vicious ox has taken over our armory, and here we thought that freezing the walkway would keep animals out. The ox is very tough. I would advise using the bombs against it, and it will probably take several bombs.
Use bombs against ox. Avoid bombs that are about to explode. I feel like I've done that before in one of these fights. Oh, I see. Ow. Do I just wait here long enough? Will it blow itself up? I could if I could stand still on the ice. Wouldn't make this too easy. Also, where did this cow get all these bombs?
Excellent work, Dragon. We can now defend our city properly. Take this visually pleasing reward.
Ooh, it's visually pleasing. All orbs collected. Exit level. Wait, we got all the gems too? Nice. Did we 100% that one too? Well, this was a nice, chill way to end the weekend. I think I am going to wrap this up here. Go find some ice cream or maybe a nice cold sarsaparilla. Root beer they're drinking these days. Or maybe maybe I'll make pizza rolls. That sounds good. Put my feet up. Read a book. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so where are we at? We've got... Let's look at the guidebook here. Pizza rolls, right? So, I don't disagree. Pizza rolls are very often a very good choice. And I will share. This will be my last little nugget. It's not wisdom. I don't know what it should be called. But and also take this literally with a grain of salt. The one of the things I ate pizza rolls growing up, like a kid, and they're not gluten-free, so we don't have them around. We have them in the house for me and my wife, but we don't eat them all that often because my daughter generally can't eat them. But my wife introduced me to sprinkling salt on pizza rolls, and I will never go back. I love salt on pretty much everything, but it's surprisingly good on pizza rolls. Just saying. You don't need a lot. Just a little bit. Making a not-so-healthy food even more not healthy for you. Probably. Unless you're low on sodium. In any case. It already has a ton of... I know! it is weird. You wouldn't think it's necessary, but it does add something. That's all I can say. It definitely adds something. So, you put sriracha on them after they change the recipe. Oh, I don't know that I ever noticed that they changed the recipe, but I'm also not, unlike my Dot's Homestyle pretzels, the Pride of Dakota, North Dakota Originals, tasty and delicious, not sponsored. We just like them that much. Unlike those, I don't follow pizza rolls as religiously as Dot's Homestyle pretzels. Parmesan and garlic flavor, you guys. I think it's my number one these days. I love the red bag, as seen on the shelf back there. But green bag, I'm telling you. Okay, so with that, we should be back, I think, at the normal time tomorrow. I don't know why it wouldn't be the normal time tomorrow. So there's that. So with that, stay healthy, stay safe, and until next trip, see ya.